So this is the dashboard. This is what people see when they go to the mortgage list, and we're not live yet. So the plan is next week I'm going to do a very soft launch with just a few people, getting them acquainted and showing them the options we have. So here we have, they can begin their search. And here I've loaded in a few companies already. We actually have a list of about 1,500 companies that serve the mortgage industry. So we'll be loading that over the next couple weeks and just testing the site. Once we get that all done, then I'm going to do a live launch webinar, probably the first week in December. And so what I'd like to get is some content inside, because we have our outward, this is our public facing side where anyone can go and search. They can go and claim their business. I've already set you up, but you'll want to go in and personalize your listing. I'm going to show you how to do that. These are our options. We have a free listing. The goal was, when we did this, is to be able to make it really a good resource in the industry, and that's why we've made it to where there is a free listing. It does limit what they have on the listing. They only get one category: their company name, logo, web address, and description. And then we have our premium listing that upgrades what they have for categories, adds them a little bit of information as far as their contact form. And then our premium listing, which is what you all are getting, it's just $14.95 a year. Again, we wanted to keep it affordable, and since obviously everyone's a little strained on budgets this time of year and what we're going through in the industry, so we're anticipating that this will be a great resource other than some of the trade shows that people go to be able to find some resources. So you're going to get 5 category listings: company name, logo, web address, description, phone number, contact form, featured business listing, company videos, and then we're creating a certification. And so as soon as we get that completed, then we'll send you that logo and you can use that on your marketing and branding. You can also put business offers out and link through the social network, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, and also do attachments. And then anyone who's searching can be what we call a TML subscriber. So to be a subscriber, they just have to register. It's free. Anyone can do that. And then once they do, they'll be able to see our blog. They'll be able to see videos. You'll be able to promote yourself to those people who log in. And that's really what we want to do, is make, first of all, for people to log in and see a lot more content, and to be able to obviously boost awareness and people finding you, and being able to see what's going on. We have events, so you can list events if you have events that are going on. So like Jason, I know you're doing a lot of events. JD, things that are happening with, and Matt, I think you're taking over for YMPA. I put YMPA in there, so you can put events in there as well. William, the things that we're working on with Renos, we can do stuff like that in there, so you can do that as well. I've set you all up with logins, and so I'll send you this link, because you'll need this link until we go live under the mortgage list to log in. If you're at a place where you can log in, you can go to mortgagelist.tavuti.io, and then you can log in. And so you'll log in. I'm going to show you an example here. I've logged in with Mr. Chafin at First Funding. Nate, I don't know if you're on. If you are, type in the Q&A and let me know. And so when they log in, this is what you see. So this is the dashboard. I'm creating a welcome video, which will go through how to set up your listing. And then we're going to have feature videos. So every week we'll put a different video up there that a company wants to produce. We'll be able to do banner ads. And then this is our blog. So this is what I want you to contribute to. The directory is also listed here. So they can click on directory, and I have, I think, about 20 different categories that are in there. And we can add as many as we want, so they can search by a particular category. So if they want to click on, hey, how do I become a mortgage broker? They can click on that, and anyone who's selected that as a category, which right now it's First Funding, they can go and search for that. So it helps them to be able to find things a little bit better. And if you guys have ideas for categories too, that it's like, hey, I don't see one here let me know, and we can add it. And so when you click on this, then it gives the overview of the business. So it has your business details. You can put whatever you want in here. It has keywords, so when they're searching a particular keyword, you'll come up. Videos, so got videos in there. Shows a map of where you're located. And then you can follow on social networks, so it lists your Facebook feed link and your LinkedIn or whatever else you want to put in there. There's Twitter in there, there's Instagram, there's all kinds of things you can do. And then your information here as far as the business. On the Premium Plus, you get a contact, so you can actually, it gets a form and it can contact the business, and you put this information in here. So then whoever you put for your contact information, an email will be sent to them. So it makes it right within here that they can get in direct contact with them. So that's the business listing. We have industry videos in here. And again, these are just feeds from YouTube, so we can, if you see categories in here, Andrea, Jason, you might think of some other categories to put in here. We can have whatever we want, so we can create it that way. Mortgage events are here. And you all can submit your events here, so you just click on submit an event. So like Andrea, if you have classes that are going on, you can post them in here. And I have a category, NMLS live courses. We have webinars, so any webinars that you're doing, you can post in here, live events and conferences. I loaded some up in here just so we'd have some, but feel free to put any events in here that you have going on. We do have a learning center. This is free learning center. We're not selling any courses here. I happen to do all the webinars for Finance of America, so I loaded all of their webinars in there. And if people do have courses that you want loaded in there, you just need to let me know, and we can add those as well. This is the blog, and this is what I'd like for all of you to write some things for. Matt, I know you're doing a lot of writing for YMPA, so you don't have to write anything new, just duplicate it. So add it here as well. And it's super simple to do that. So you all have blogging capabilities. All you need to do is click on right here where it says start creating a new blog post. And then you can decide on the template. If you have videos you want to put in, then this is an easy one to use. You can do a template for news, and that's going to give you an example of what to do for that. You put in what your headline is, and I'll just give you an example. So I'll just grab something that I have from LinkedIn that I have. Let's see. I'll grab an old article that I have up here. So if you have something out there already. So let's see. We'll just do this one. So I can go in here. I can grab my title. So if you have content that's already out there and produced, it's easy to do that. Put your title in there. And then I'm going to go and grab all this information here. And I'm going to copy and paste that in here, get rid of what's in there. And oops. What did I do? I did something wonky. No, I didn't. There it is. Okay, so click on that and then paste that in there. So now if you want to save it for later, you can save it for later. And so I'm done editing. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to add a cover. And so I'm going to go and I'm going to, let's go find a quick little cover here. I'll grab an iStock photo. People ask where I get my images from, and I subscribe to a couple of different. iStock is one. There's a couple of different resources you can use. So I'll just put that in there for now. And this is actually posting under Greg because that's how I am signed in. You can put in tags in here. If you want to put in tags, it's going to go to the blog, and then I'm going to publish that post. And now it shows up in the blog. So when you go to the dashboard, when people log in, this is what they'll see. So we've got the blog post, and then I've also got trending, which will keep a run. This will show the most current one, and then this will keep a run of different blogs so people can go and read through that. So pretty simple there as far as what you need to do. And then this is where your listing is under Manage Listing. So click on that, and then click on Edit. And now you can go in here and control your listing. So your business name, your website, what you have for your slogan, a short description, a long description, put in your keywords. If you want it published on a certain date, otherwise just leave it blank. You can have attachments in here. And so these are files that are published on the front end, and I'll show you what that can look like. I'll go grab something from First Funding. I have their content. And so let's just go, and I think there's a flyer. So we'll just grab that one. So now that's going to show up. You can put in your opening hours. This is where your logo goes. If you want to add a cover image, you can, or you can just leave it blank. And then these are your categories. So if you search in here, so you get 5 categories. So you can see a whole drop down of all of our categories here. And so you can decide what those are and put those in there. And again, if there's something in there that I don't have that you want me to add, just let me know what that would be, and we can put that in there. Then your address goes here. And it's really cool because it is, it'll pick it up from Google, and I'll show you what that does. So we've got Dallas, Texas. So Dallas picks that up, or Google picks that up. So I click on this, and what it's going to do, it's going to actually put the coordinates in there for your longitude and latitude, and it'll embed a map. If you don't have a location, you don't want to use that, you don't have to. And then any additional information you can add here if you want some, a business offer or a special or something you're focusing on for the month, or, just information about your company. This is your contact information. And then your business contact. So this is how they're going to reach you if they fill out the contact form. So this email, so whatever you put in here, if they fill out the contact form that I went through, then that's what's going to show up there. And then you can add, different pictures here if you want to. Jason, you do a lot of public speaking, so if you want to add something there, you can add that. Your videos, it will house anything as far as your YouTube or videos or from Vimeo. So you can put that in here. Put your social network links in here, and that'll show up. And then your metadata, so that's the information that gets picked up as far as searches and things like that. So I would say just go in there, fill that information out, click on Save, and then that's how it's going to look. So when people go and search for you, then they'll see that information there. Oops, let me go find it here. So let's put in First Funding. And I'll just show you. So if we're looking, so let's say broker to banker. So we want to search for going from mortgage broker to a banker. Oh, that comes up because they chose that for a category. And then that's the listing for that. Questions, comments, stuffing with gizzards, without gizzards.
In that managed listing, Ginger, is that where, maybe I missed it, is that where I choose the categories?
Yep, that's where you're going to choose the categories, yep. And you may, Jason, for what you do, if you want other categories, just, send me a list of those categories and I'll add them.
Oh, okay.
And if you all want more than 5 categories too, I mean, I just put it at 5. I can increase that. So, it's up to you. You're really our, you're our betas. So get in there, play around with it, write a couple things on the blog, update your business profile if there's additional categories. If you have questions, things like that, let me know.
Ginger, so I logged in originally when we talked and you gave me the login, but
I changed it. So I changed your login. So I'm going to send you the list. So, or
okay.
the web address. So your login is your email address, and the password is TML for the mortgage list 123.
Okay.
So I'll send a follow-up email too.
Is that all lowercase?
I don't know. I think it's uppercase.
Okay.
Ginger, is that for all of us, that password?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
So for all of you, it's your email address and then same password.
Got it.
So, and Andrea, and I'll introduce all of you, and for those of you who can talk, I'll let you talk. So, Andrea Gagliardi is the founder of Summit Mortgage Training, and Andrea and I have had the opportunity of working together for quite a few years. Andrea provides education and training for the mortgage industry, has an incredible mortgage fundamentals course that helps new loan originators really take it from passing the NMLS tests and passing the NMLS tests, because I know everyone I put through your course has been able to pass the test the first time when, most people can't. And so phenomenal program that Andrea provides and has for many years. And Andrea was the first in the industry to get onto the Tavuti platform, which is what this is built on, and has run her NMLS courses through there. You've run not your online course, but your live courses through the events categories, setting those up, and then your Mortgage Masters course, as well as a coaching course, your 90 Days to Impact. So Andrea has had the opportunity of working with the Tavuti platform for quite a while. And for those of you who know, just some background on Tavuti. Tavuti is the company that our platform is on. It is owned by Troy McLean, and Troy was a mortgage broker many, many years ago and was then on the very first Apprentice and took third spot. If you are old enough to remember that, JD, you probably don't remember the Apprentice when it first started or weren't watching it. But Troy was the cowboy, and he was the one that wore the hat. And I know Andrea, we've had a lot of conversations about Troy, and he's a great individual. So he has partnered to be able to bring the mortgage list, and he'll be doing some webinars and things like that for us as well. The other goal that I have is to do some webinars and to be able to bring information, education, focus on what you all do. And so I will be doing those over the next few months too. And so I'll let you know when those are and what opportunities we have. And then again, just ideas. I was talking to somebody yesterday about it, the mortgage list, and he said, I'm always looking for somebody in title that's good in other areas. And so can you do a category of just title, and can they put their locations in there? And I said, yeah. So we did that. We do under the listing, just so you know too, and I'll go back to just the listing. So, it's like we've got you in there, Jason, with the agent marketer. And so they can do star reviews. And I've played back and forth on this about we have the ability for them to add reviews. Right now I have it that they have to be logged in order to give a review. So they have to at least set that up. You'll receive a notification when they get a review, when you get a review, and then you can approve it. So it's not like you're just going to get blanket things, but part of the power of what we're doing is to be able to have that review, because that's what people want to know. Who's used them? How are they? So I go back and forth on leaving it, not leaving it, and I've had conversations both ways. So right now I'm going to leave it on there, but they have to be logged in to order to leave a review. And I'm open to, ideas about it too. So, and this is where they do that, just to add a review. Questions? Comments? Gizzards? No gizzards? Nope.
Looks good.
Okay, cool. So, so that's it. I'm going to send you an email. It has your login information. My next question is, what is your thought? And you can just type in, if you can't talk because you're muted, on creating a page that would be a public page that has contributors and has your photos, some information about your company, about you, things like that. Would you all be open to that? Not open to that?
I think that'd be good.
Okay. Andrea, what do you think?
Do you mean separate from the listing or?
Yeah, just separate from the listing. So I'm thinking just adding a page that maybe at the top here that, says maybe an about us or, our advisors or something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Okay. I will do that. Anything else?
For the blog post, do you want us just to write content? I don't know how to say this. Can it be somewhat self-serving, or do you have a specific topic
it can be.
you want?
Yeah. I mean, it can't be, our NMLS class is the best class in the world.
No.
Yeah.
No, but for me, like I could write a blog post on, ways to prepare for your licensing exam or things like that. And that's okay to do. Okay.
Yep.
All right, great.
Yeah, definitely. So, it's just like anything. And, Jason, you write for Housing Wire, so you write a lot of articles. And although they're not self-serving, they are informative and oftentimes in the line of what you do, which is on social media.
Yep.
So I do the same thing. It's like, I'll write articles on training, education, branding, things like that. So yes, absolutely. And, if you have like lists, Andrea, or, CE renewal is coming up, which I think people are starting to get smarter about that, but I know you've had some classes that you've booked all the way till the end probably. Hopefully you're not teaching on New Year's Eve day.
We had our last class last year the day after Christmas, and it was just a mishmash of people who just let it go and didn't get it done. So I'm trying to avoid that this year, but you got to do what you got to do.
Right. Yep. Okay. Yeah, and if you have questions, shoot me an email. Let me know. But I want to thank all of you. I mean, this is, it has been a labor of love, being able to produce this and to get it out to the industry. I think the industry needs it. And I don't know where it's going to go and what it's going to do, but, I'm happy to have you on board in the journey and your expertise and be able to make it happen.
Awesome. I'm excited, Ginger.
Me too. Okay, great. Good enough. Well, thanks, guys. I'm going to send you a follow-up email with login information. I'll just have the link on there, and then it's your email address and TML123.
Awesome.
Okay.
You can change that password, too, once you log in. Oh, let me show you how to do that. Let me show you how to personalize this while we're here. So you see right up over here, this is your profile. So click on that, and then click on Edit Profile. And then that'll take you into your profile. You can select your gender. You can write about me. You can give your business name, your mobile phone, business phone, your address, whatever you want to put in there, your web address, put all that in there. And then you can change your avatar. So when you click on that, I put Greg's picture up there. You can select your own picture, obviously. And then once you do that, then click back on home. And whoops. And we'll edit. The other thing too, now, you can click on preferences here as far as what you want to read. It looks like you have to click on your back button in order to go back on your editing your profile. You can also, so a couple things. You can't email anyone there. Those aren't working. So if you click on the home, if you want to write something just really quick, and you can actually, and this doesn't go onto the blog, this just goes onto the stream. So when you click on the home here, you can, and Andrea, you know this, there's a social forum on this part that we could actually create a community, like a Facebook. I'm not making that public right now because in our testing with some of the companies we've talked to about this, they don't want to have to manage that. So we're not doing that right now. Andrea had a great suggestion of just doing like almost like a flash mob, if you will, where we open it for a certain period of time and have someone, so like Jason, we could have you come on and talk about social media. And so we set up a group and we have a dialogue and discussion and things like that. So we can turn it on and off. Personally, if it was me, I would just put it up there and people would just have to manage it, because we're all grown-ups and it is what it is. But I don't know. I'm open to thoughts and ideas on it. Jason, you have a couple of Facebook groups that you have, right?
Yep.
How hard is it for managing?
We have a couple moderators and it helps to have the community kind of police itself. But, one of the things is you just kind of set the tone. I'm hoping with something like this that everyone that would be on this network would be, like kind of you said, like adults. But I think social media has shown that there's quite a challenge of doing that all the time.
Yeah.
So you kind of need to have, is there ability to like flag something like, so for example, if someone gets on there and starts spouting off a bunch of nonsense, like just like blasting a company or whatever, is there somewhere for the community to like flag that as a, or report it, and then if that's the case, then someone gets a notification, then a moderator or something could go and remove the comment if it's not. I mean, like in my coaching group on Facebook, I don't have that issue. But I think mostly because everyone's paying for it, so you're trying to get a little bit of a different deal.
Right.
It's usually in the public groups where people will tend to get a little out of sorts.
Yeah, and I mean this obviously is somewhat of that public group. So. Yeah. And Andrea, you've had some experience with this within the platform for what you've used it with for coaching. So Jason, just so you know, because Jason's looking at switching from Kajabi over to this platform too, Andrea. Mm-hmm. So you might be able to provide him with some information and insight into it. Andrea has used it for coaching. Mm-hmm. And has had the Facebook, the social forum of it as well, and created groups. And you haven't had any problems because I know it was.
No, it's worked out great for that group of people. What we do is we take brand new originators and we put them through a 13-week program where they're really getting their business up and running. They're getting their referral-based kind of organized, put together, and they're taking some action. So to have those people for those 13 weeks, it was a smaller group, 8 or 9 people, and they communicated within the group on the site, which was really nice because it drove them, they're on the site for the call, and then it drove them back to the site periodically with questions or comments, or sometimes they would post and just say, hey, this was really great. I did this today. I did this presentation. It went really well. And then everybody kind of cheers them on. But I'm in those Facebook groups where people aren't so nice. And sometimes it's like, wow, are we adults? They're just not nice to each other. So yeah, I see where it can get out of hand, but as far as, making the groups with the people that I'm working with at this moment in time, it's been awesome. It's been fabulous for that. And they really learn to kind of collaborate with each other and cheer each other on. So it's been really good.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, we have the ability to control it. I don't have the ability to give that to a company level. So I would need to talk to the dev team and see what that would look like. But we can flag comments. So if somebody is, and I can block them too. So if I have certain users, then I can block them as well. So let's say I'll just use one of my tests here. I can take them out of groups. You know what? Maybe I can't. I can take them out of groups. It doesn't look like there's certain things within the user that I can actually do. But I think I'm going to stick and make it to where we don't have that right now, just because I want to launch and not have to manage it. So, so goal is a soft launch around Thanksgiving time with just a few companies that are not part of this group. And then we're going to go for a full launch into December. So if you can get a couple of articles up there, if you have videos or anything you want to put in the Learning Center, let me know. If you have other videos you want to put up, let me know. If you have ideas, let me know. So this is definitely on a, if you think of it, let me know.
If we want to get you a course or something for the Learning Center, what format do you have like a format template that we need to give it to you in?
Yeah, it just kind of depends on what it is. So just let me know. So like the courses that are in there right now are just YouTube videos.
Okay.
We can put just about anything in there. So it just kind of depends on what it has. Because what kind of courses are you thinking?
Oh, well, I was just going to, I have a kind of like a social, like a social proof strategy for, for loan officers. And it was something I did for eXp Realty.
Yeah.
And it's mostly just a presentation and then just me talking over it. So I was just going to, it's more of just a video, but I had like some links and some stuff to throw in there as well for them to download, like a worksheet and all this other crap. But,
yeah, so absolutely. And you just need to send it to me.
Just send you like a link to download the video file and then okay, cool.
Yeah, so like this was a series of webinars that I did with a lot of people actually that are on this call. And I divided it up into lessons. So let's, just let me know what it is. We can talk about it.
Cool.
But yeah, so this is just that's the recording right there of the webinar. Gotcha. And then here's your lesson links right here. So they just click on that.
Do you do Venmo too?
Yes.
Or sorry, not Venmo, Vimeo.
Yeah, Vimeo. Yeah, I knew what you were talking about.
I just paid someone with Venmo before the call. So in my head.
Yeah, we do that. Right. All I need is the link. It's super simple just to load it in there. Andrea, have you seen this yet?
Yeah, I actually went in and was playing around with my my exam prep flashcards, and it's pretty cool. But there's so much in there. Like I just want to get in and play with all of it.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play with this. So Jason, I didn't show you this the other day, but you can do all kinds of crazy things in here. This is interactive content. And for those of you who are not training geeks like us, I apologize. But you can do like a memory game to where you can build a memory game. You can do an interactive video. So you actually, and this is something I'm thinking, Jason, to do with a lot of your content too. So it goes through it tells you how to do it. So you're going to add your video here, and then you can start adding the interactions. So please add interactions tab to get started. So you put the video in here, and then you start adding interactions here, and it goes through. So it'll pull up that sample that I showed you, Jason, with the AMC thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what this will do. So
Okay.
you can take your videos and then start, adding stuff to it. So.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things you can do here. So there's drag words.
Now, will we eventually have access to do that, or is that something?
No, not through the mortgage list.
Okay.
Not right now. But you are the second person that has asked that, so we'll see. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's something that'll happen. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know where this will go. So we'll just see. But I mean, we can definitely play around with that. And Andrea, if you have stuff you want to put in here, by all means, let me know.
Absolutely.
JD and Matt, let me know. William, we've already talked about some of these things. So I'm excited about, to be able to have a resource where people can go and get information and search for information and find events and, be that hub for the industry. I'm super excited about them.
I'm excited to be a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jason, just let me know, and then and we can work through it.
Okay. Yeah. No, I just wanted to have, so when you launched, I have a couple blog posts I'll throw up there, and then
Yep.
I wanted to throw a course for you, for the people.
Exactly.
They had, and then be good to go.
Yep. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Well, thank you very much, guys. And I'll keep you posted on everything and what we're doing. And as we get going, we're going to make up some banners and things like that. So if you want to share on social media that you're a part of it and all of that, then, that's really our goal, is to be able to get the word out and get, eyeballs to it as well.
Great.
Awesome.
Okay. Excellent.
All right, thanks, Ginger.
Okay. Thanks, guys.